Hey there guys, so in this war we're up against New Nation, which historically is obviously a very, very good alliance, so we have to bring a pretty good performance in this war or else it can get very, very tight and it can get very stressful for officers and everyone involved in this type of war. So we wanted to try to avoid that, so it took not too long actually to get the plans out. Got my plans, I got this team. I really, really like having this team. This team's a lot of fun. It's a lot of very high damage champions with some really cool abilities. So for this hazard shift fight, it's pretty quick. I used the power start 1 strategy here, so I go for an SP2. SP2 almost kills. Heavy, SP3, and 9 armor break SP3 is just about gonna rinse him down. Or not just about rinse him down. It's gonna absolutely destroy him, and there will be nothing left of this Terrax. Like, such a fast fight. If you don't include the SP3 time, it was a 13-second fight, I think, something like that. And that's because I missed the opening parry of the fight, so if I'd done that, it probably would have been like a 10-second fight. And then I have this Kitty Pryde. My warpaths in this one were pretty interesting because I was technically backup for Section 1, but I took 2 mini-bosses instead of taking a path in Section 1, so I kind of like the trade-off. Mini-bosses are always fun. It puts, pressure on you, right? It's a big fight to take. So Nimrod's a champion I've been bringing a lot to war. My officer and I were talking about like how this fight will work. So her prowess and the prowess from the node actually kind of mix. So I knew going into the I tried to intercept Kitty Pryde. Don't do that. She had 6 prowess and I lost half my health. But now here, watch this. So she throws the heavy, come in. She started at 82% health. When this ends, she lost 50% of her health in a single special. It's pretty insane. So the main concern with this fight is that you can't use your 4th light attack, so you're not able to easily remove the prowess at the start. So I had to wait out the timer by only doing medium and light hits, so that was a bit of a concern, but I was able to manage it pretty well. If I didn't do that intercept, I would have come out on like 80% health, but Nimrod's super tanky, so it went fine. One of my alliance mates took the Nick Fury there, and right now in war, when this fight was happening, we had just gone down in war, I think. So I needed to make sure I had, okay boosts on. I had my power boost on still. I was able to take Section 1 and Section 2 in a single go, which I always like doing because I don't have like the most boosts. And then right here, I'm like, okay, death's already kind of close. And I was really worried Kabam was gonna like log me out while going into the fight. I was really scared. So again, I popped the power start 1 here, and it's pretty similar to the Terrax fight. You just go in. With this Gulk, the speed is a little bit more important. Something silly happens right here, though, is I'm smashing the SP3 button, but he gets off his SP1 first. Fortunately, though, this is the last fight I need Cosmic Ghost Rider for. Pardon me. So it's completely fine that I get hit by that SP1, if I'm being honest. It's not something I want to do, right, but it doesn't really affect the way I play going forward. I'm not going to item out because of it. Wasn't even close to iteming out this war. I only used 1 item because I had a pretty good balance of champions. Right, the only champion I used twice is CGR. And yeah, that fight, it was basically the Terrax fight. I just knew I needed to be quicker because if I wasn't fast enough, he would get the armor up and maybe go unstoppable, so I didn't want to risk that. So I had suicides on for those first 3 fights, and I was told to take suicides off for the Archangel fight. Looking at it, I could have done it with suicides, but we hadn't taken a Craven here before, I think, or something like that. So I get a white Magneto pre-fight, so while I'm waiting on him, I'm taking off suicides, and I was reorganizing points. Like, I took all the points out of Mystic Dispersion, putting my points in Deep Wounds, and I'm like, well, I have extra points, so I was trying to figure out what to do with all the extra points, and I probably should have just put them back into, like, better masteries. But yeah, so I maxed out Petrify and stuff, which it just makes it so he gains less power while stunned, and because of that, I have a lot of stun time. I got the extra point in Precision because I was really just trying to like throw points anywhere. It didn't really matter what I did with them, so I was just trying to reorganize my masteries for that real quick. I had to wait a couple minutes, and then the pre-fight got placed. So because I hadn't done this fight before, and I don't know if we've done this fight before as an alliance, I decided I'll throw on an invulnerability boost, just in case. I can take an SP3, all of his specials are like 3 or 4 hits or something, so with an invul boost, I'm really, really safe in this fight. Plus, well, it's an Archangel. It's going to be a super fast fight as long as nothing goes wrong in this fight. So I decided to, for this fight, do a light attack, because sometimes with the White Magneto synergy, it just feels like you're going to miss your heavy. And right there I wanted the reparry for the extra poison. But yeah, so for this I was using a lot of lights at the start of it, didn't really need to, and now that I have the 3 neurotoxins on, the fight's pretty much locked in. He's taking 8,000 a second from the neurotoxin, so 30-second fight. Yeah, I guess actually 25-second fight. Just really quick fights from all my champions. They're all very strong champions, I guess, right? And this fight is not mine, and that was my contributions for the war. This war ended super close, 6-7. It does, I mean, not that it doesn't get closer than that. It could have come down to time. So in theory, we're 2 fights ahead on this, right? We would have had to die 8 times, because even if we died 7 times, we would have won on time by a lot. This is always a fun war against New Nation. I know a couple guys there. I actually had a friend join there this season. Got to talk to him before, during, and after the war. He played pretty well. I think I heard he had a death, but he's a really good player. He actually has a YouTube channel. I think I'll try to link it. I didn't even know he had the channel. But yeah, he's a really good guy. You guys should go check out his channel. And yeah, this war was pretty fun. Good job to New Nation. It's always a fun war against them. They're a very good alliance. They usually have a rough start, but they went 2-1 this time, so it's pretty good. And GT40 in the first week went 3-0, so it's a good start to the season for us. I'll be seeing you guys soon. I hope your guys' first week of war went well.